What's going on, everyone? This is Luke, and regular viewers of the channel may notice that I'm now recording in better quality than ever before. And unfortunately for you, this means that you get to see my spotty face in much more detail. Die-hard viewers of the channel, however, you may notice that this is the second time that I've recorded this video. And I'm not talking about is match betting still worth it in 2019 that I did last year. Now, what I'm talking about is the fact that yesterday I recorded this video after 3 hours sleep, after drinking way too much, deep into the night, and then I realised that trying out this new camera, filmed it all, I didn't turn the mic on. So, I'm angry. I'm determined to get it right this time. So if you're wanting to know if match betting is still worth it in 2020, then I'm going to answer your questions perfectly this time round. So the big question, is match betting still worth it in the year 2020? Let's start with the bad news. It is dying off. It's dying. There's no more simple way to put it than that. I said it in last year's video that I thought 2020 might well be the last year that match betting is really feasible for a medium to long term basis. Maybe 2021, but I really do believe that 2020 could well be the last year that match betting is truly lucrative for those that are looking to get into it in the first place. What do I mean when I say that it could be really worthwhile for people getting into it? What I mean is that for those starting with £100 or £200, you're going to be able to go on and earn a few £1,000s maybe. What I foresee happening after the year 2020 is that it might only become a few £100s. Now look, bookmakers are always going to be fighting for your attention. They're always going to need new customers. There's always going to be new customers for them because people can't gamble until they're 18 years old. So there's always going to be people turning 18 that they're fighting for. They're going to be fighting for the attentions of people from other bookmakers as well. So bookmaker offers, especially for new customers, aren't going to go away. Not without any radical change in the law anyway. Offers will be around. There will always be opportunities to make profits. However, I don't see ongoing offers being too lucrative for people going forward. And this is because I think bookmakers will just shut everyone down really, really quickly. But they're already doing this. They're already shutting down people who know what they're doing, that know how to take value via match betting. And this is why it's not going to last for people, because people are just going to get gubbed, which is what we say when people are getting their free bets and promotions removed from their accounts. People are getting gubbed very quickly, and this is only going to get quicker going forward. So it is dying, but it is still possible. I just don't see how anyone could actually turn a full-time income from this anymore, which is something that I did when I first got into it, and it's something that many other people did a few years ago when they got into it as well. I don't even really see it being a viable long-term side hustle. I see it being sort of a smash and grab. Go in, make the few £1,000s that you can, and look for something new. And yes, there are ways, in theory, that you could get more accounts, get magically ungubbed. There's always so many fucking smart asses in the comments of the videos that I do like this saying, "Oh, if you don't know how to get more accounts, then you don't really know what you're doing." Look, do you fucking think I can talk about that on camera? I'm not gonna recommend probably illegal ways for people to make money. So what I'm talking about in this video is the longevity for people who are running a set of accounts in their own name completely legitimately and aren't doing anything dodgy. The reason for that is because I'm not a fucking idiot. Sorry, I had to go off on a little rant there. An analogy that I used last year is that match betting is like poker on a small scale. Now, it's been said that poker is a good way to get yourself from a bit of money up to $1 million or $2 million, if you're really good at it, of course. But it's never going to get you to 10 million or 20 million. Now, match betting is like that, but on a smaller scale. If you've only got £100, it could get you to £1,000 or even to £10,000, but it's not going to get you to £100,000 or $1 million. So what I would say is that if you're on the bottom end of that, you've only got £100 or a few £100s to your name, and you're really looking to make a difference in your life, then it is absolutely worth getting into. I recently taught my friend how to do it. I think it was back in October of 2019 that he started, and he messaged me quite recently saying that he'd already earned over £1,000. He'd been stuck in his overdraft since he was a student, which was a few years before, and this is the first time since getting into match betting that he actually managed to clear his way out of his overdraft. So it does make a difference and it is still viable. But he also told me that he doesn't really see where to go next. He's looking for ways to make the types of money that people like me spoke about years before, and it just isn't really possible. I do genuinely believe that you could get to £10,000, but you're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to be creative. You're going to have to be committed and consistent. And there are definitely opportunities out there if you do have a bankroll or if you are already match betting and you've been doing it for at least a little bit of time. An offer that I brought up many times on this channel is Betfred's Double Delight Hat-Trick Heaven. I'm going to use this example again. Now, this offer isn't the best. Online at least. It's good, it can be lucrative, you have to deal with some variance, and online what they do is they cut the odds very quickly and they gub you very quickly as well, so you can't really do too much of it. However, if you actually go to a physical Betfred shop, the odds stay high for a much longer period of time, and you can also get on much bigger stakes. Online, the stake is limited to, I think it's around £100. Can't really remember, haven't placed one in so long because I've been good for so long. However, if you go into store, you can go in and place big stakes. My friend has been doing this since we got into match betting years ago, and he still gets bets on in the shop. He's placing stakes of £500, £1,000 maybe, depending on the player that it is. So there are still opportunities like this if you're willing to put the work in. 20 probably will be the last year that match betting is truly viable. I really do recommend that you just get yourself started, or at least continue doing it if you already are. And if you did it for a while and gave up, get yourself back into it. Just make those last bits of money before looking for something else. Now, a lot of people still get in touch with me to ask what I'm doing. Am I still betting? Am I trading? Am I doing this and that? This is something that I've spoken about in another video already, but I'm going to remind people I'm not match betting myself anymore. The main reason for this is that I got banned from everywhere quite a while ago. It doesn't really help the fact that my name's out there associated with a big betting site in the industry, but I was also doing it for a long time. I made a good bit of money from it, and I did take the piss over a long period of time. I made my money and I looked towards other things, and that's what I'm doing now. I am looking to make that next step. Go back to that poker analogy again. I want to become a millionaire. I'm far from it right now, but I want to make that next jump up to $1 million. If you're right at the bottom, match betting is a great way to get yourself up to that 10,000 mark, but I'm looking to make that next step up. I want to get 100,000 in the bank. I want to get $1 million in the bank. And this is something that I'm going to be doing on camera. I'm going to be making content around this. Some of you may know that I already do have another channel. I've not uploaded on there in a while, but I do have a lot of stuff planned for it. I started this channel last year before tragically losing my testicle in a fight to the death with a wild boar. But things are back on track now, and I'm very much looking to make the next step up. So if you are interested in other money-making methods, if you think you'd be interested in seeing my journey, my challenges as I try to make that jump up to becoming a millionaire, then make sure you check that channel out in the description below. Get yourself started with match betting if you don't know where to start. I do have a free beginner course on the Beating Betting website. I'll pop a link down below to that as well. I hope I can see you again in another video, so hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all that shit, and I wish you a very happy day.